Welcome to Arthur McAfee Court at Forbes Arena. We are here to introduce the 14th head basketball head coach in Morehouse history, Coach Larry Dixon. My name is Coach A.D. Drew, and I'll be your moderator today. Before I go any further, I want to thank all the members of our media who have joined us here today, both in person and virtually. I also want to thank those who are joining us live on Morehouse, Maroon Tiger Sports Network, and the Black College Sports Network. Coach Dixon becomes only the 5th head coach to lead the Maroon Tigers since the end of World War II. Our run-up show today will be as follows. Immediately following me will be Athletic Director Harold Ellis, Morehouse class of 92, and he will introduce our newest head coach. Coach Dixon will then come to the podium to give his remarks. I will then return to the stage to lead the question and answer. So, without further ado, I bring to you our esteemed athletic director, Mr. Harold Ellis, Morehouse class of 1992.
Good morning. This is a historic day in Morehouse College basketball history. I'm excited to announce new head coach Larry Dixon, 14th coach in Morehouse College history. He has a plethora of experience, and I think that's what's really important. He's coached on every level. He's won a championship in high school, college. He's been in multiple colleges. He's been on Division I, Division III, and the mid-major colleges. And I thought that was really important in choosing a basketball coach. I wanted a guy with a lot of experience. I wanted a guy that owns the Southeast recruiting. I think that's really important. Being at Morehouse, we have a national brand, but I felt like we needed to own the Southeast, and that's what Coach Dixon does. He was on the Final Four team at NC State. They made a heck of a run last year. And I want him to bring that kind of winning pedigree and championship attitude to our program. Like I said, this is a big-time hire for us at Morehouse. We've only had Morehouse guys here for the last 60 years, so this is huge. This is the first coach outside of the McAfee tree, and only the second coach, non-Morehouse guy to coach to run the Morehouse basketball program. And I think that's huge. with a new vision, new leadership. I want to bring up Coach Larry Dixon. Come on, Coach.
Harold, that just makes me sound old, all that, but I'm excited to be here, guys. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to A.D. Ellis as well as President Thomas for giving me this opportunity. And it does not go unnoticed, the historical significance of the hire. So I'm excited to be here. Also like to thank everybody that came today as well as people on the online watching. Also like to thank some family and friends that's watching back in North Carolina, small town Salisbury, North Carolina is where I'm from. And two special people I'd like to thank is my kids, Devin and Leah. They have shared their father their entire life with other kids that they didn't even know. So I'd like to say thank you to them especially, and I love you. And they were more fired up than I was when I told them I had gotten the job. Now, in speaking with A.D. Ellis, you know, when we first started this process, he talked about winning championships, and I've had a long line of success in terms of winning everywhere I've been, and I'm excited about bringing that type of attitude to Morehouse. And it's been a great foundation for the past coaches. They've laid the foundation. Now it's time for me to try to build on that foundation, take it to another level. So I talked to him about cutting down nets, winning championships. And one of the things I told him, I said, it's hard. It's hard. We got great coaches in this league, got great institutions, so it's hard. But the one thing I know is winning basketball. And I kind of put out a plan, and I say it's hard, but it's also simple, and it's ABCs to a championship program. That is my plan. And obviously the A starts with academics. Morehouse College has an unbelievable excellence in the classroom. And that's one of the things I'm going to press on young men that's coming into Morehouse, because look, one of the things I've always done with whatever institution I'm at is I talk to our guys about getting their name on a piece of paper instead of in the paper. And it's a significance in that. You leave here with a Morehouse degree, that says something. So that vision, that excellence in the classroom, it matches with my vision. And one of the things we will do, our players will do, they're going to get up and go to class. They're going to be on time. We're going to have a certain discipline about ourselves where not only they're going on in class, they're doing their work. And I found when you do those things, you usually come out with a degree and you're successful in life. So we're going to have an unbelievable discipline in the classroom. All right, the second thing is B, basketball. That's what I'm here for, basketball. We're going to play an exciting brand of basketball, but it's going to start on the defensive end first. I've coached with some coaches that were suffocating defensively. Brian Gregory, who's just named the GM of the Phoenix Suns. We would shut people down when we were at South Florida. Okay, I've coached with Randy Peel at Winter, won 2 out of 2 championships in 3 years there. We were top 20 defensively. So it's going to start on the defensive end. And then when that shot goes up, we're going to rebound the basketball and get out and go. We're going to run. I coached with Kevin Keats last year. We would get out and run. Okay, he gave those guys an unbelievable freedom to take shots, but he believed in them. And that's one of the reasons we were able to make that historic run and do something that they hadn't did in 40 years. And that's win an ACC championship as well as get to the Final Four. So it's been an unbelievable year, but those are just some of the things that I'm going to bring to Morehouse. And I'll share this vision as it goes along when I get out to meet people, but I'm excited about being here. The last thing is the C. The C is for character. Our kids will have great character because I believe I'm not supposed to be in the Final Four coming from Johnson C. Smith. Okay, I got to that level in the ACC because of hard work and character. I believe in treating people the right way, no matter who it is. So our guys, I will instill that in our guys. We will have great character. We will win with humility. I believe in that. We will treat people the right way. So that's ABCs. And if you do those things, there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to be successful, because I'm a firm believer you can't have success on the court if you're not having success off the court. It goes hand in hand. You can't pick and choose what you're going to be excellent in. So we're going to be excellent in the classroom starting out first. And then we're going to go from there and be excellent on the basketball court. It's not going to be easy. I need everybody. I need all the alumni, because I know when we win, the alumni going to have their chest stuck out. So I want them, the alumni, to fill this arena, and let's get this thing going, because I truly believe this is the best job in the country. And we're going to carry ourselves like that, and we're going to do it the right way. The right way. I've already started working, and we're going to put a staff together that every day we get up, we're going to see how can we move Morehouse forward. Okay, how can we cut down nets? Again, it's not going to be easy. It's great coaches. It's a great institution in this league, but I think Morehouse is the best institution in this league. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be your coach. And in closing, I'd just like to say thank you. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. A.D. Ellis, President Thomas signing off on it. I'm excited to be here. We're going to get this done. It won't be me. It'll be us. Okay, it takes all of us to do it. And I'm looking forward to getting out, meeting as many alumni, speaking as much as I can to get the brand out there. The brand Morehouse is out there academically. We got to get the Morehouse brand basketball out there. And that's what I'm here for. And I'm excited to be here. And we're going to have fun doing this. I'm going to coach our kids hard, but I'm also going to love them hard. And anybody that knows me knows that I take care of my kids. Now, we're going to get out there defensively, offensively, practice, but I'm going to love them too off the floor. Okay, I'm going to love them. And if parents send their kids to play for me, they know that they'll be taken care of. Okay? But I'm glad to be here, excited. Somebody stopped me on the recruiting trail this week and said, you know, you got one of the top 2 or 3 jobs in the country for us HBCUs. I said, no, I think I got the top job in the country. And that's what I believe. And I believe that with all my heart. I'm excited to be here. And any questions or how we're going to do this?
What we're gonna do now, we're gonna start off with our online media. We're gonna call to the stage first Mr. Charles Bishop, while our young ladies come around. And if you have a question for those in person, raise your hands and they will come around and bring you the microphone.
Yes, Charles Bishop, Dr. Cavill is inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Coach Dixon, I wanted to ask about the uniqueness of your experience coming from outside of the Morehouse tree. And I wanted to ask, what about that you can bring, that you can integrate into this basketball program at Morehouse?
His question was the uniqueness of coming from outside the Morehouse tree and what he can bring to Morehouse from coming outside of the Morehouse tree.
I think one of the uniqueness I can bring is I am going to bring a winning style. Not that they haven't won, but I want to take it to another level. Obviously, I have admired Morehouse from afar for many years, even back when I played way back yonder, and I teased A.D. Ellis. We played him, and he gave us the business, but we got the win. So I have admired Morehouse forever. And so the uniqueness is I am from the outside, so hopefully I can bring some different views to broaden Morehouse brand, winning and do some things that I've done at other places and try to win that way. I hope that answered this question, Drew. Okay.
All right, so that's the lead of HBCU Game Day. I also do your play-by-play for your home games.
Okay.
On the streaming site also. So hopefully we'll be talking a lot in the future.
Definitely.
But I do have a question. You know, with the modern landscape when it comes to transferring versus high school recruits and stuff like that, have you kind of set up a plan of which way you'll be going about when it comes to recruiting? There's a lot of talented youngsters in the Atlanta area who are out there. Definitely want to go to Morehouse.
Well, absolutely. I'm going to start off with our recruiting in Atlanta first. I've had great success in the Georgia area. Few names come to mind. Tukey Brown, right around the Atlanta area. I was fortunate enough to get him at Georgia Southern, and the rest is history there. Had a great kid, Caleb Murphy, A few years ago, got him in South Florida. Even up in Augusta, Reggie Middleton helped me win a Big South championship. So I've had experience in recruiting. Now, it's changed a little bit. So I think we got to get a blend of older guys to try to stay old, but also get some high school guys as well. So we're going to get a blend, but we're going to start off in the state of Georgia first, because we all know that the basketball talent is very, very fertile here in the state. And a couple people thought I had got an apartment up here when I was in South Florida because I was up here so much. I can tell you every schedule from Tampa to Atlanta because I caught every one of those flights in Delta. So I understand the recruiting. I understand the Georgia recruiting, but we're going to start in the city of Atlanta first. Yes.
My question for you is, how do you take some of those things that you learned at like NC State at the Division I level and bring that to a Morehouse again, like you said?
I think at the end of the day, basketball is basketball. So the things I've learned not only there, I'm going to use my experiences in the high school. My very first college job was at St. Andrews College. So I think I can use a variety of those experiences off the floor to use them, because at a couple schools, I was the academic guy. I was the one going to check classes, and that will continue here, because when the kids see that the head coach is vested in academics, it becomes important to them. They'll do whatever the head coach stressed. So I'm going to be out checking classes and making sure they're in there. So that's one experience that I'm going to use. And again, basketball. I've learned from some really, really good coaches, but also learned what I didn't like. So I learned what not to do. It's just as important as what to do. So I'll use all of them experiences. And I keep saying experiences really makes me sound old. But yeah, I'm going to just use a variety of those experiences to help Morehouse become successful. Keisha Kelly.
Hey, Coach, I think you kind of segued into the question I was going to ask, so I think you're ahead of me. But first and foremost, welcome to Morehouse. My question was going to be strictly about recruiting, but it looks like you answered the question. How did you choose Georgia as being the first place to recruit aside of Florida or any other state? You need the question again, Coach. I'm sorry.
When I was back at Winthrop, I started recruiting because of the proximity. It was so close. And obviously, it's very, very good kids and talented kids in Georgia. So as a recruiter, you're going to always go where there are plentiful players. And so Georgia has always had them. And so I started recruiting back in Winthrop, the state of Georgia. Matter of fact, it's high school coach Joab Jerome right down the street. I recruited him to Winthrop. So, I mean, you know, I started because, one, it was players, but we had pretty good success there, and I was able to capitalize on it and keep the pipeline going wherever I went, whether it's in Rock Hill, South Carolina, whether it's obviously in Georgia Southern, and then South Florida as well. And then we recruited kids at NC State as well. So, yeah, I love the state of Georgia. Again, it was like my second home. I just didn't have to pay the taxes.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Great question. But I came from NC State, but I started out at HBCU as a player at John C. Smith up in Charlotte. Then my first Division I job was at South Carolina State. So I have already had these experiences. And again, I'm old, but it's okay. I've already had these experiences. I understand what it is, one, to be a student athlete first, and also a black man. So I use those life experiences to try to share and understand and help the young men understand what's ahead of them. Because that's why getting that degree is very, very important to me, because that degree will take you a lot further than that basketball will, believe it or not. Once you get your name on that piece of paper, they can't take that from you. So that is one of the experiences. That's what I'm going to instill in our guys. You come to Morehouse to get a degree. When I was at South Carolina State, you go to get a degree. I went to John C. Smith to get a degree. And so that's what I'm going to instill. Those are the experiences that I will instill in our team. Ask that one more time.
I want to ask how you plan to add value for your individual players and the program mixes.
Well, one of the things I'm going to add value is I'm going to get them better on the basketball floor. And so, therefore, again, basketball is basketball. Now, one thing I am going to share with our guys is going to that Final Four is unbelievable. It just drives me to win a national championship here. And that's one of our goals is every year we want to have a team that can get to the NCAA tournament with a chance to advance. And there's no greater feeling than that. So I will use that run, which we also had a historical run in the ACC tournament by winning 5 games in 5 days. And that was total. Our guys bought in, and Coach Keats did an unbelievable job of staying positive. Okay, even when I was a little down, Coach was positive, and he kept it light. And we were able to win 5 games in 5 days. So that's a major experience that I will use just to be positive. Hey, the sun's going to come up if you lose a game, but it's nothing like winning. And getting to that we were 1 game away from that final game. And that drives me. That drives me to win a national championship because it's an unbelievable feeling. And that's what I want to do here. I want to win championships in the conference championships as well as the national. I want to compete on the national scale because academically, Morehouse competes on a worldwide stage. For the basketball program, I just want to compete nationally. Okay? Thank you.
Talk a little bit more about your strategy as it pertains to character. I love your ABCs that you just talked about, but with your experience and background, how will you help bring those experiences forward to help young men today develop and increase that character on basketball? That's a key message.
Well, one thing I'm just going to be brutally honest. I'm not putting up with foolishness because the Morehouse brand is too valuable to put up with foolishness. That's number one. But I think with me and my staff, we're going to model that character, how to carry yourself in front of people. And I think now we're still dealing with 18 to 20, 22-year-old kids. I get that. I got one at the house and I got a little older one too. So I understand, and they keep me humble. But understand, they're going to make some mistakes, but they got to understand that it may be a penalty, but we move on from it. So I just got to model. I got to be that person with high character. And again, I don't get to the ACC if I'm not treating people the right way, okay, working my tail off. And we're going to do that every day, not only on the court, but in the classroom. But to double down on that, I think modeling it from me and my staff, showing them what it's like to be a man, a real man, and go from there.
You talked a little bit earlier about coaching two round. One of my favorite.
He was mine too.
But the excitement, the level of a player like Caleb Murphy and Jameer
Chaplin.
Chaplin.
Yep.
Those were high athletic, high motor guys. So is that what we can expect from Morehouse basketball now? Full motor, full speed, running basketball defense on the face. We can expect from Morehouse basketball.
Absolutely. Because I was one of those believe it or not, I used to be a little more athletic, but I want athletic guys. So when you can guard, when you're athletic, you can guard a little better. You can go get a few more rebounds. We're going to play an exciting brand of basketball. It's coming. I'm telling you that right now. And we're putting together a team that will be athletic and switch a lot of 1 through 4, 1 through 5 type things. So that is, and you hit it right on the head. Jameer Chaplin was a big time athlete. He ended up in the NBA Summer League. So we helped develop him and he brought him along slowly, but he was a great character kid. Never gave us any problems. Those are the kind of kids I want. Don't give us no problems, and you work at your craft. And I tell our kids all the time, a barber don't just cut on Friday and Saturday when he can make money. He cuts Tuesday through Saturday so that he can work on his craft. We got to work on our craft. We got to get better. And that's what we'll do. But we're going to have athletic guys that fly around, and we're going to start guarding from 28 feet in and then extend it out.
With that, we're going to close out our question and answering period. I want to thank producer Roy Evans from the Black College Sports Network for getting our live stream. I want to thank my 2 student assistants, Layla and Gigi. Of course, A.D. Ellis. And, of course, Coach Dixon. Welcome to the house, man. Welcome to the house, my brother. For those media members who want to do one-on-ones, the 2 young ladies will escort you to the conference room, and you can do one-on-one interviews up there. And for our online media and our online fans who are watching us, once again, we thank you for tuning in with us. I will bring to the stage A.D. Ellis, who will close us out today.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. Like I said, it's a big time hire. Recruit, develop, recruit, and retain. We got a new brand in Morehouse basketball. We want to recruit the heck out of the country in Georgia and the Southeast, develop these players, and retain them where they can get degrees. Coach, thank you. We're glad you're here. From Morehouse, welcome. We're glad you're here, and let's get to work. All right, thank you.